Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, kind of a freestyle video. I didn't really plan for this one in particular. I usually have a topic in specific to talk about, but really just going to be previewing the 2020 campaign. And I'm going to assume there's a football season. I know the asterisks, the uncertainty of this upcoming NFL season, but let's just assume there will be a football season. Hey, if Disney World can open today on a Saturday in Florida where cases are going up like crazy, and I'm pretty sure the NFL can find a way to make something happen. So anything can happen, and I'm just going to assume there's probably a season because, as I said, for the past couple of weeks, almost a month now, they have been adamant that the season will happen, whether it's going to be fans or no fans, but there will be a football season. So let's just keep it like that. But anyways, look at the 2020 season for the 49ers. Just going to be looking at the roster, kind of offense, defense, updating my stance on how I feel about them coming into this season, and not a lot of it going to change, but maybe a little bit. I mean, we had some things going on with the roster, some rumors about this team, so just going to be talking about that. And yeah, hope you guys are having a great Saturday. It's been an okay Saturday, nothing too crazy. It is really hot in Charlotte right now, hot and humid. It's like in the low 90s, mid 90s. I don't know, it feels like 100 degrees right here. Everyone talks about Arizona or Florida being staunching hot and humid. You want to talk about Charlotte, North Carolina? Oh, man, it's terrible. It's terrible, terrible. I mean, Arizona, it's 120 degrees, but it's kind of dry, I guess you want to call it. But in Charlotte, it's just really hot and humid. Oh, man, it can be really sticky. If you go outside for 5 minutes, it's already hot. You're already sweating, and you're already tired just for being outside. And yeah, humidity will do that to you. Anyways, let's get back on track. 49ers upcoming 2020 season. Before I get the video started, as always, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share this channel, share this content with Niner Faithfuls. Have been posting a lot on my website for you guys, so hopefully you guys have been staying tuned to that. If you want to check out my website, the link in the card section right there. And yeah, I hope you guys give a read as much as possible. I always update you guys when I have new posts out on my community posts, so hope you guys are into that. And yeah, if you guys have been watching, thank you very much. Also, hopefully to do a podcast in the next week or two. Want to really get that going. I mean, the last time I did it was about some serious issues, but now want to get a little bit more casual, talk about a little bit of pop culture, have a little bit more positivity in this world, because there's really not a lot of positivity right now in this country and in this world in particular. So I want to talk about some fun things, talk about stuff on Disney Plus, talk about my boy band BTS. Yes, I've been getting into them this past year and early last year. You know, it would have been nice to go to a concert this year, but unfortunately they had to shut down, and they were going to perform the Olympics. Yeah, a lot of things were going to happen, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So yeah, hopefully you guys are into that. I'll have a question for you guys. Do you guys listen to BTS? I don't know if you do, but yeah, I'm a big fan of theirs. I think they have really good content, and yeah, I can make a podcast talking about them in general, about the music and the members in particular, because they're pretty cool. Anyways, let's get this started. Always off topic. 49ers upcoming 2020 season. Let's talk about them. Okay, so expectations for this team. Everybody has them going back to the Super Bowl. They're NFC favorites to go back and win it all, hopefully against the Kansas City Chiefs. Those two teams are looking like a collision course to go back to the Super Bowl. I mean, I'd love to see a rematch between Jimmy G and Patrick Mahomes, because we can beat the Chiefs. I know the 49ers are capable of them. They got robbed in 2018 because Jimmy G got hurt in that game, week 3, and then the Super Bowl, we almost had them 6 minutes left, but then Patrick Mahomes, Damian Williams, and company made a comeback. The 49ers defense kind of slipped up a bit. Jimmy G didn't make all the plays that he needed. Kyle Shanahan. I mean, there was just a lot of mistakes that the 49ers made that they could have won the Super Bowl, and it was a very uncharacteristic Super Bowl by the 49ers. But hey, typical performance by Kyle Shanahan, being up by a lot, but then losing it last second. It is disappointing. But anyways, looking at their roster expectations, I mean, they should be top 5 in both sides of the ball. I believe defense could be number 1 in terms of sacks, in terms of passing defense, points allowed, just everything possible, healthy. Also, offensively, I think they're going to make the big step with Jimmy Garoppolo developing into a great quarterback. We have some players coming back from injury. We have Jalen Hurd, Trent Taylor, the running backs, Raheem Mostert. We don't know what his situation is. He did request a trade, but will the 49ers pay him? Will they do nothing? I mean, that could be a situation right there where nothing just happens and Raheem just plays for the rest of the year under his current contract, under his current salary. So maybe this is just a nothing story, but you never know. I mean, we still have a couple of months left before the season starts. Maybe they do find a trade partner to trade for him. I mean, you can get maybe maybe a third rounder if you're Bill O'Brien. Maybe if another team, maybe a fourth or fifth rounder if you trade for him, because he did have a great performance, and that could really boost up his stock if the 49ers do engage of a trade with any team. Also, some other rumors: Jamal Adams might be coming to this team. They're really interested in getting him, which would be a great addition. But how much do you have to give up to the Jets in order to get them? Maybe we can ransom them by only give up a second rounder. Wouldn't that be awesome? But I don't know. I don't think we're going to be getting him, but that would be an interesting prospect to upgrade our defense even more, because it's already loaded. It's already great on the front seven, but the secondary is a little bit questionable, even with Richard Sherman being in the backfield. But as the roster looks right now, maybe they can get better even more in 2020. We just never know yet. But yeah, I like my defense definitely, and that's the big expectation that everyone has coming into this season, is this defense is going to repeat their performance that they did in 2019, from just getting to the quarterback, turning the ball over, getting takeaways. I mean, you look at the previous year in 2018, they only had like 4 or 5 takeaways as a team. Now they had so much more. I think they were more in the middle of the pack in terms of that. But yeah, San Francisco, I mean, led by Nick Bosa, D Ford, Javon Kinlaw, Fred Warner, those guys, I believe they're going to do really well, and that's where we're banking on to go back to the Super Bowl and win it all. Offensively, I'm still really high on them. I'm not really high on them as much as the defense, but at the same time, when you have a great defense, you don't really have to do too much on offense. You can just do the old style running the football with the running back that they have, because they do have a system, people. Yes, they do have a system, and they have a lot of great running backs to go forward to. I mean, you have Jeff Wilson Jr., who can get a great opportunity. Also, Michael Hasty, he could get an opportunity as well. Tevin Coleman, I'm still a big fan of his, although he does need to be a little bit more consistent. But for the most part, when he performs well, he performs really well, i.e. the Panthers game, i.e. the Minnesota Vikings game in the divisional round. Jimmy G, as I said, I think he's going to make a big improvement from this upcoming 2020 campaign from his 2019 campaign. I just think he can get better and better and better. A lot of people are very high on him. I'm pretty sure Kyle Shanahan is really high on him. I mean, there might have been rumors that he doesn't like Jimmy G, but I'm pretty sure they do. I mean, everyone in San Francisco, for the most part, loves him. I love him. And yeah, he has a lot of expectations coming in this campaign to help this team go to the Super Bowl. You better do some great things in 2020. Wide receiving core, a little bit questionable. I mean, with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, I think that'll be a bigger loss than what people think, unless the receiving crew that is pretty brand new and experienced, I think if they can do really well, then it won't be a problem. I just feel like they might struggle just a little bit. Deebo Samuel, he's going to be out for a while. Kendrick Bourne, I think he can have a great year. Trent Taylor, Hurd, they can have great years as well if they can get through the injury bug. Brandon Ayuk, a lot of people are very high on him. I'm really high on him personally as well. A lot of people think he's going to be a great receiver coming in his rookie year. If he can have something similar to Deebo's year, then we should be set on the receiving core. So a little shaky, but I think it's going to be okay. The Deebo Samuel injury is going to hurt big time. Tight end George Kittle, no problem at all. Offensive line, Trent Williams, he's probably the big question, I think, out of this whole line. Can he do a great job replacing Staley after being off for a year of football? I think so. I believe so. I mean, when you go to a contending team, when you go to a team that just got to the Super Bowl the previous year to try to help them go back to the Super Bowl the following year, I think that's a big motivator for him. He's not in the dead zone like in Washington where he was just not winning at all. He's with a winning team. He's with the coach that he's really familiar with. Everything works out well, I think, for him. So look at the roster, look at the team in general, even the schedule. I think the 49ers, they're going to do really well this year. I mean, I have a prediction of 12-4, 13-3 like last year. Number 1, number 2 seed, I think that's a really possible thing as well. The teams we have to compete are everybody in the NFC West and the New Orleans Saints. I think those teams are the biggest threats to the 49ers in terms of the NFC, and then the whole NFL league, probably the Kansas City Chiefs. My God, we need to beat them. We need to defeat our kryptonites now. We talk about the Seahawks being our kryptonites. You got to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs because they have us twice now, and they got us in the big game. So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Just wanted to talk about this real quick. Just talking about football, talking about stuff in general. And, yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Pretty freestyle. I didn't even think about this coming into making a video. I always usually kind of plan it out before a production of a video, but for this one, just talked randomly out of my mind, and hope you guys thought I did a pretty good job at that. Anyways, that's it. Please let me know what you guys think about the upcoming 2020 season for the 49ers, high expectations, anything like that. Please let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up probably tomorrow or Monday, depends on when. As I said, the videos, they might be a little bit sparse because I don't know if there's going to be a season. It's just really difficult to tell, but a lot of things can happen. Training camp's coming up. I might do a tier list of everything for the NFC West, from quarterbacks, running backs, all of those position things, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Go Niners all day.